EHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Actually, nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. ETN on the toss right, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
60 Pittsburgh. Let's go.
Going for it, here's ETN. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer 3rd, unsuccessful. He had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
From the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 61 yards. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off in one.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
17, guys. Check him out.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 73 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was rough.
At their own 26. They'll look to ETN to start things out. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's George Karlaftis greeting him behind the line with a big stop. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back.
And they'll run with ETN. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it.
Now it's Mahomes again. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes finding Mecole Hardman. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay.
Patterson's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen getting in there defensively.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as his good from 50. yards out, and that will extend their lead even further. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's Foley Fatukasi into the backfield with ease and making the stick for a loss.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
I know it's a phrase that sounds really cool, strip sack, but all we're talking about is getting to the guy, getting to the passer, making the tackle, making the play.
Let's get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Off surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage. Offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
A handoff. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes, pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Chad Muma leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play.
From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Steps away to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, throwing back across his body. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah.
We got 4.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short.
He's coming, double up.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry. The play.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Screen play, McKinnon. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Colin Saunders able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Once more ETN, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Lawrence will throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk on the receiving end of that touchdown pass from Trevor Lawrence. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile.
Moving the football.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. He's got a man, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.